Good day. Welcome back to the channel. So as you're probably seen on some of the videos here before, we're fighting an interesting problem up here this year. If you can call it a problem of too many bees. But I guess it's the age-old problem of too many bees and not enough equipment. So what are we doing today to try and alleviate that? Well, I need drawn comb. I need frames of drawn comb. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement part of Brad with Faith Apiaries, what he does over in his apiary. And he makes what he calls a storyboard. So using a storyboard, maybe just pass me a piece of that foundation. What we've done is, or a couple of them, we've taken full pieces of foundation and we've ripped them exactly in half. So basically each one of these is going to become a single frame. And the idea behind it is what it'll do is they will draw regular comb here inside of the frame, and they'll draw brood comb on the outside on both sides. And what that does is what he says it does is it reduces the burr comb inside the hive, which is always a good thing. But for myself right now, the other thing it's going to do for me, aside from telling a story as to what goes on in there, and go see Brad's channel, so he explains it really, really well as to why he calls it a story frame. But what it's going to do for me is it's going to allow me to pull one frame up out of the brood chamber and put it in a second box up top, and I'm going to drop this down below for them to draw out. So it's going to increase my number of frames that I have available by one per hive. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you got 70 some hives out there. That's 70 frames of drawn comb, and that really is priceless. So I've gone ahead and I've just because this is going to be a bit of a storyboard, I've painted the top of them all green. And the reason I use green is it's the same as a drone frame. So anytime you have a drone frame, if you buy those plastic ones, they're all green. So I just kind of went with green. So we're going to be building 100 of these this morning. Alan's over here to give me a hand again. And we're going to have all these ready to drop in the hives probably later on this week. At the latest, I would say this coming weekend. So another 100 frames to build. Stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. You put the tops or bottoms in first is what we're doing. Yes. Okay, so now we got our frames put together. The pieces of foundation that we cut, we're just going to pop in. And then we cut little tiny pieces for starter strips on both sides. And they'll just fit in like that. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to wax them. Now I know a lot of you out there are going to say, you don't have to do that. You don't have to put a starter strip in. You're absolutely right. If you don't want to put a starter strip in, don't. I do though, and that pretty much finishes them off.
so that's 10.